And we are underway with the last 7 replays? The last 7. They're all from the same person, but they're the last 7. They're a little bit more recent. So, you know, they should be exciting. They've all been exciting. I would say the only thing that has found itself to be not exciting is Techies games. They have definitely found a way to not be exciting. So, let's see. We got a pause coming out. I want to take a look at my settings, because I feel, yeah, this goes up to 180. It doesn't save. I want it to be this, but it doesn't. It seems to just do its own thing. So let's see. You've got Sniper, Keeper of the Light, Queen of Pain, Venno, and Lion. And I believe the Lion and the Venno, or the Lion and the Coddle, are both master tier on these heroes, which is pretty good.
I've been to hell and back to hell and back.
Whiskers, that's
And then for the side of the Radiant, Arc Warden, Grimstroke, Weaver, Venge, and Zeus. But the Grimstroke Soulbind isn't exactly amazing with this team. I think the Inkswell is going to be the best part of this Grimstroke on this team, just because you have the Weaver, Inkswell onto the Weaver, and then Shikuchi in. You're A-okay.
The battle begins.
Illuminate hitting this Venge. A lot of regen being spent here. And does have the salve to get that back up. But the Venge has a salve as well. Elected to go to a couple of tangos, which has not really worked out. Will probably be forced to use that salve as well. Yeah, there it is. So that is unfortunate. So the lane over top is the Lion as well as the Venno against the Weaver and the Grimstroke. Arc Warden in the safe lane, over mid is the Zeus. So not too surprised there. At this time, I believe Weaver in the off lane was pretty popular going into an Ags. And then you take a look at the rest of this lineup for the Dire, where of course you've got the Sniper mid, which should be okay. Queen of Pain going in the off lane, probably not as common as we see. And the Venno in the safe lane. I don't mind the Venno in the safe lane. I believe this Venno should be at least farming here. It's all regen items for the Lion. Stun comes out onto this Weaver, who just has Shikuchi for now. No Geminate attack, so unable to harass at the moment. I think it gets a little bit easier once you have that Geminate as well as the Shikuchi. You can kind of run at the support of the Lion if you're careful enough, and he's low on mana. Inkswell now in trouble because that's right on top of him. The Shikuchi comes over. They're both not level 2, so again, they're running at this Lion without Geminate attack or anything to follow up that Inkswell, really. And now this Weaver's just dead for first blood. Looking over at the Grimstroke, who needs to be careful on top of that. Venomous Scale up in 6. Stays a little bit too close. Could find himself in a pretty poor position.
What was I doing?
Stun comes out. Gale available. That'll land. A lot of damage being done here, and this should be another kill. And it will be. He uses a Mango, too, before he dies, so a little slip up there in terms of the regen. Meanwhile, the Arc Warden taking a lot of damage over bottom. The Magic Missile hits onto the Queen of Pain, but no follow-up to that, and the salve will be popped by this Quap. Stay in lane. forward dagger. This Arc Warden is very dead. Hello, Min Chen. How are you? So 3-0 right now for this Dire team. Yeah, you're looking at the CS. It's not crazy. No crazy leads for, you know, anybody here. But you've got kills that are really bumping forward this Dire side. Ooh. Already had dinner. What time is it? It's only 4:03 here. Swarm comes out, but there's the Hex. They've got the Gale on top of that. That's a dead Weaver. Especially with the stun following it up. This Veno's going to get another kill. 4-0 for the Dire. And Inkswell going to pop short of the Veno. Now the Grimstroke has to be careful. There isn't enough mana here for a stun as well as a Mango, but low on health, both these heroes need to be careful. Doing all right. Getting down to the end of these replays. Oop. And Veno does in fact get that Grimstroke. I'm surprised. Veno ends up dying for the first kill on the Radiant, but it's going to turn around and be another kill here onto the Weaver, who is now 1-3. Things are not going as well as the Radiant would have hoped. 2,000 net worth lead for the Dire so far. Illuminate hitting. There's the blink forward. And the dagger onto this Venge should be enough if he didn't TP back. Oop, had a hiccup there. And they look at the Arc Warden, who tried to kill the Queen of Pain, so they don't get the Venge. But they get the Arc Warden, that's fine. Slowing down this late game hero, and with the early game aggression that this Dire team holds, slowing these heroes down is going to be crucial.
Finders, keepers.
So these early kills definitely in the favor of the Dire as they're Brazilling the Radiant side. The CS is looking good for the Queen of Pain over this Arc Warden, and the Veno above this Weaver, but losing that Veno, however, not enough mana for the follow-up stun. Was almost able to get the Venomancer in return, but was then able to do so not having the mana for the stun. Through the Hex, might have thought about throwing the stun instead with the tower hitting. Probably would have gotten the kill. The body blocks from the Venge are nice. Sniper backing up low. And the magic missile finishes him off. They'll bring the Kato over mid. That won't be enough. The Queen of Pain follows it up, but the TP is so long. Ooh, maybe it doesn't even matter. The Shadow Strike onto this Venge, and we'll end up dying. Sniper dies. They bring the Queen of Pain over. They do get a return kill. Kato is staying nearby. We'll throw an Illuminate. The Zeus has to be careful as the Shrapnel pushes back the Zeus.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Scan does hit this
Radiant
Kato.
structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under
And the
attack.
Illuminate coming up short of that Zeus. This is opening up a little bit of space for the Arc Warden. Not something you really want.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Queen of Pain level 5, getting close to that level 6. Would like to have that Sonic Wave. Can definitely start moving around this map. There are some opportunities that have been arising here for the Dire side, especially over top. If you move top, get a stun out Sonic Wave on top of that, with Veno throwing a Gale or something, you're going to find yourself a couple of kills. I think it's a good game for Queen of Pain to be moving around, but just has to be careful bottom. Venge nearby, and there's the Shadow Strike, the blink away, the Wave of Terror, as well as the Magic Missile with the Spark Wraith. Oh boy, Queen of Pain getting chased. Spark Wraith again. But doesn't walk through it and will stay alive. So the gang comes over, opens up the lane again for the Arc Warden. Venge pushing the Queen of Pain out, and will now go over to the Shrine to heal up. So still an 8-3 lead. 3,000 net worth lead on top of that. And you see the Venomancer doing a really good job over top. Queen of Pain bottom has been farming well. The only one struggling a touch is the Sniper, but he's 500 net worth ahead of the Zeus anyway. So despite dying over mid, he has been able to outfarm this Zeus. Queen of Pain bottom. And the Deny actually comes out from the Venge onto the Arc Warden. Are starting to pressure this tier 1 tower with Venge staying by and Queen of Pain under, but blinking back. And that was with the Sonic Wave, so Shadow Strike, Sonic Wave, losing the line over top. See if the Venomancer is able to trade this back, but just Shikuchi and time-lapse available. I don't think you're killing the Weaver too easily. Although letting yourself stay this low, and now without the mana to time-lapse, definitely interesting. Sniper forming inside the jungle. We'll see. That will be a Midas. Okay. So he's going Midas. Queen of Pain's going Midas. Venomancer not going Midas. Arc Warden is going into a Midas. Eventually.
Oh, that would be a tribute.
Midas Gaming is this is where this replay took place.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So they bring 4 heroes top. There's a lot of commitment to go for a Venomancer. They would want to get this kill as well as the tower to kind of make this worth it. Rotations are available from everybody on the Dire side. So they go up to the Venomancer under the tier 1 tower. Magic Missile comes out. The Venomous Gale hits onto the Venge. And now the TP through from the Coddle. They also use the Thunder God's Wrath, but they bring over the line. They'll get the kill with the Illuminate after the Finger slides in. And Stroke of Fate actually missing. And now this Grimstroke is going to end up dying. Do get themselves a second on the Radiant side as they kill off the Lion. They are looking at this Queen of Pain to try and get one more. Assassinate onto the Weaver. Doesn't have time-lapse, and with this Shadow Strike, he'll end up falling. That'll be 3 for 2. They hold the tier 1 tower. And the Dire, with those rotations, do a fine job of keeping this tower alive. And winning the fight.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He got credit for that finger kill. And this Venge breaks the smoke. Hex is out. They have Sonic Wave, and the Assassinate, they're not going to need it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Sniper hitting level 10. He's progressing nicely.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Has gotten ahead of his teammates. Was the third most core on his team, third most farmed core on his team, but has in fact turned that around. Again, they'll go for the tier 1 tower. Not an easy one to take. especially with these rotations coming out from the Dire. The Hex as well as the Stun. The Illuminate will follow this up. The Venomous Gale will land, and oh, wow. A lot of damage from that Illuminate onto the Grimstroke.
At a price.
Grabbing that kill on the Grimstroke, holding the tier 1 tower, 13-6, 5,000 net worth lead, and Midas is just being finished on a couple of these heroes to the point where, you know, they're ahead without getting these Midases so far. Gonna make it a lot easier. They look at the line, they'll get the kill. 4 heroes over top. Venomancer has to be careful. He'll try to run away, but the swap comes out, putting him in between all these heroes on the Radiant side. He'll end up dying. The Ink Swell comes out, but it's too late as he's already gone. TPing up the Queen of Pain. They lose this Venge, and that's to the Venomancer. This is a risky move to go for the Queen of Pain. Blinks back. They're still going for the tier 1 tower. Again, risky. But the Zeus stays top. They've got the Will-O-Wisp. They look over at the Grimstroke. TP back from the Lion. And Coddle getting low. There's the Thunder God's Wrath to get the kill. And Lion finally TP's in. Grimstroke will end up dying to the Queen of Pain here. Avoiding the Stroke of Fate. It's actually the Venomancer who gets the kill. The finger onto the Zeus. That's going to make another here for the Dire. They lose the Queen of Pain, but the Venomancer as well as the Lion are here to try and kill the Weaver. Venge back alive over top. Stun comes out. Sniper's made the way over towards this top lane, and now they go for the Venge. Will get themselves another, and Weaver drops as well. $18-10, 5,000 net worth lead.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Things all coming up Millhouse right now for the Dire. And Grimstroke walking back in, a mistake made, and a mistake paid for with his life. Arc Warden shows himself top, had been farming bottom. Oh, that's a kill on the line, so he finds a little bit of gold here and a kill.
Accept this and move on.
Gold for me.
Balance the scale.
And he finally has this Midas, so he'll start to recover. Up for the Venomancer. Midas for the Queen of Pain will be put into a Lincoln Sphere early. Looking at the Sniper, damage coming out into the Arc Warden. He needs to be careful. This is a lot of damage. Sniper dies before he can get the Assassinate off. It's not going to matter. Venomancer gets the kill into the Arc Warden. They lost their tier 1 tower over top. They'll chase the Weaver, and he is not far enough away just yet, but he's got another Shikuchi. Venge is here. Thunder God's Wrath, Magic Missile. A lot of damage, but still isn't enough. Finally is as the Weaver comes in with the Shikuchi. But Weaver without time lapse and the Gale on him. It doesn't matter. He's dead again. Continually shutting down this Weaver. He has died 6 times. He's tied for most on the team with Grimstroke. A hero built to get out of situations. So Arc Warden will try to farm it all back. He's top of the net worth for the Radiant team. Meanwhile, Grimstroke dying to the Venomancer, who's got himself yet another one. He's in top of the net worth, uses that ulti onto the Arc Warden, and I don't know if that's going to be enough. The Venomancer doing a lot of damage here. They'll bring the Venge in, as well as the Zeus, but there's the Will-O-Wisp with the Illuminate. Oh, man. They take out this Arc Warden, they look at the Zeus, there's the stun with the finger. Not going to matter about your swap. Not disjointing death. And Lion might die, but he's got what he came for. And another finger kill. 150 extra damage on that finger. Permanently. And he's finished off the Aetherlings. So 8,000 net worth lead. It's a tough road back here for the Radiant. We're really relying on this Arc Warden. The Weaver's got a good amount of farm. The problem is he's died 6 times, and you know they've been able to take care of him so many times that it just feels like even with this net worth, the Dire don't exactly care. You're happy with the pace of the game. You're happy because you've got these Midases, so you're kind of complacent with farming at the moment and waiting for these cooldowns of the Sonic Wave, of the Finger, as well as the Will-O-Wisp. You know, you do have some pretty high cooldown ultis on the Dire side, and I think they're okay with just waiting for them all to be up before they fight one more time. Does that give Arc Warden and Weaver time to farm? Yeah, it does, certainly. They've got a Midas on the Arc Warden. The Weaver's elected to not go Midas, and you know, even with the Midas, I think they'll have such a net worth lead that they won't really need to care. But Arc Warden right now, Blink Dagger, not sure if that's the item he needs in a situation as such. And it will get him out of sticky situations, but is that enough for him to survive when the Dire look to engage? And I just don't think it is.
There will be screaming.
They've got the Rod of Atos. They'll smoke up. They have Finger in 13, so they're setting up. They also have level 2 in the Poison Nova available. And the Demon Edge picked up on the Sniper, so he's ready to hit hard. They're looking to hit someone hard, as it could just be this Weaver. And the haste gets denied. They found the Venge. The Rod of Atos coming out from the Coddle. Shrapnel laid on top. They've got the Assassinate. That'll land. They don't even need the Will-O-Wisp. The Finger comes through, so that's 4 times that they've got the Finger. An extra 200 damage there. And Hex the stun. The Poison Nova. Weaver in trouble. Will time-lapse, but still being chased by this Dire team. Zeus shows up over bottom, deterring this Venomancer from moving forward. Taking a lot of damage. Thunder God's Wrath and the Arc Lightning will do it. You illuminate the Rod of Atos. There's the Hex. Got some mana or Spike. Oh, needs to run. Only left with 19 health. There's the Sonic Wave. They'll clean up the Lion, but now they're going to lose the Zeus. Gordon trying to save him, unable to do so. The Spark Wraith, nope, not available in time. You'd see that Arc Warden's doing a bit, but you know, it doesn't go for something other than this Blink Dagger. I think he could do so much more. Winged Sphere is finished for the Queen of Pain. Not sure if that's the item that you really need on the Queen of Pain now. I think the Orchid first would have been okay. You're blocking Magic Missile. Is that exactly worth it? Venomancer being chased. Arc Warden's Tempest Double moving forward to try and get the kill. The Venomous Scale hits onto both the Grimstroke as well as the Weaver. They will lose this Venomancer, but they at least take the Grimstroke. Weaver really looking to go in deep. They miss the stun. They've got the Hex. Shadow Strike through onto the Weaver, as well as the Finger coming in to get the kill. Weaver again playing way too far forward. And now 5 Finger kills.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Betos on the Tempest double. Venge in trouble once again. The Swarm being thrown onto the high ground. That'll push back the Queen of Pain, but they've got the Hex. They'll have the Assassinate with the Rod of Atos and the Will-O-Wisp, the swap. But he time-lapses back in! The Sonic Wave comes through. They'll kill off the Venge, and now Weaver. He did get a little bit of health back, but he's in trouble. Queen of Pain needs to get out of there. Blinks away. Poison Nova comes in. The Tempest double as well as the original Arc Warden in trouble. Will end up falling. Thunder God's Wrath comes through. The Lion ends up dying. They look for the Venomancer who's soulbound, but Queen of Pain gets another one. Looking over at the Zeus, he'll fall as well. A 4 for 3. Weaver on the run.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This tier 2 tower looking very dead.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
$22 to $33, 10,000 net worth lead here for the Dire. So much extra damage on that finger. Sniper is probably gonna lose his life here. He won't stop striking this Grimstroke. He'll die, but he'll take one with him.
Will wash over this land.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Zeus, Blinding Light, pushing him away.
Worthy tribute.
Queen of Pain level 18. Skipping the Orchid. Not going Ags, instead going Octarine Core. Arc Warden's starting to make his way back into this. He's got a Maelstrom now, as well as the Boots of Travel. He's going into a Bloodthorn. They need to kind of keep tabs on this Arc Warden. Got a level 20 Sniper with an MKB going into a Hurricane Pike. And look over at the Tempest double.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Betos again. This is on the Weaver, combined with the Will-O-Wisp, keeping him close. He'll time-lapse, but he's still slept up. The swap comes through. The tier 1 tower not dead yet. They'll try for the Will-O-Wisp. Now they've got the Hex on the Tempest double. Venomous Gale hits onto the Venge, who's in a lot of trouble. The Veil comes afterwards. And... okay. Venge survives a back and forth with no fatalities. Eggs on the Veno. He's going Octarine Core. So is the Queen of Pain. 12,000 net worth lead, but I definitely can feel the presence of the Arc Warden a lot more now.
May the light keep you. I've been to hell and back to hell and back.
I haven't really kept tabs on the Arc Warden. Like I said, they really needed to do. It just seems like they're giving him way too much space. And yes, they're going to take care of these other heroes. They'll get the Venge over mid, but Venge hasn't exactly been a problem. 8 deaths, not much in terms of, you know, things done in this game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Things have certainly toned down from the first half of this game, where it was a bloodbath, especially in favor of the Dire. Just the smoke coming out? No. They're just all together on the same part of the map. Nobody's gone for Roche yet. Octarine Core looking for a Mjolnir. Now, got the Hex as well as the stun. This is on the Arc Warden with the Sonic Wave. That's what I meant when they needed to keep tabs on him. Getting a kill there and slowing him down, no buyback. He's going to be dead for at least 60. Stops him from getting that Orchid for at least a minute. But now the Queen of Pain, who has found himself alone, will end up dying with all 4 heroes here. The Zeus coming through with the Nimbus and the swap stuns and everything there to kill this Queen of Pain. All of a sudden, with Queen of Pain dead, things look a little bit worse for this Dire team.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They are pushing mid, which is nice. If they can grab this tower, it'll certainly be worth it, but Sniper needs a way out. 4 staff away, Weaver coming in, as is the Zeus. The dust comes out, Lincoln's popped on the Weaver, forcing him to time-lapse back.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
They find the Venge once again, who has the Glimmer Cape to survive this time around. Mid and Will-O-Wisp onto a bunch of these heroes. The blinding light comes through. They're in a lot of trouble. The Thunder God's Wrath hits it up. There's the stun onto the Venge, trying to take care of these supports first. And the TP attempt away, Venom's just unable to stop that, so now he's getting focused on the run. Venomous Gale comes through onto the Arc Warden as well as the Poison Nova, but you need to follow this up. You don't have the Queen of Pain to do so. On the high ground is this Lion, throws the stun to the Weaver. They'll get the kill into the Grimstroke, and now Radabatos onto the Weaver, blinding light, pushing him back. They're draining the mana. They've got a Yule's on him, and the finger coming through from the Lion to get the kill after that Lincoln's was popped. Woo! 8 Finger of Death kills. 450 extra damage, or 400 extra damage, not 450. Some bad NA math there. I would certainly like to see him with an axe. The 200 extra damage plus the 1,025 would have been 1,225, plus the 400 would have been 1,625. get rid of the Grimstroke and the Venge almost. Oh, that's Scepter damage. Read that wrong. 175 less from what I said it would have been. So 39.25. Blink forward from this Arc Warden Tempest double being quickly dealt with. Swap coming out, Nimbus on top, Thunder God's Wrath trying to stay alive, gets 4 staff back. They kill the Arc Warden. Queen of Pain looking at this Venge. There's the fear coming through as he's level 25. He's got the dagger right on top. Sniper ends up dying into the trees. This Venge will go. Staying alive for now. The blink forward as well as the Poison Nova onto the Zeus. TP back, and the Sonic Wave gets the kill, or, well, gets him close enough to dying where the Veno gets credit for that kill. And now, Queen of Pain, they're trying to kill off this Queen of Pain. They just don't have the damage. They find the Grimstroke. There's the fear in the trees and surrounded by the dire side. The Hex on top of it. Radabatos coming in. Won't matter. Dead anyway.
Regeneration.
Go for me.
So 42.26. 25,000 net worth lead. The only way I see them coming back on the Radiant side is if they start to split push on the Radiant's end. Have the Arc Warden absolutely focus on just pushing. Cypher close to 25. Queen of Pain now finally going back to that Orchid. Has the Ags and has that Octarine core. Still holding on to that Midas. Quite efficient with the Octarine. And went to the cooldown reduction too, so things have been very nice. upgrades for the Venomancer. Octarine, Veil, Blink, Ags, Radiance, Grimstroke dead mid to the Queen of Pain. Finishing up this Orchid, going into a Bloodthorn.
Double damage.
First roach attempt of the game, and Sniper and Queen of Pain are in here trying to make it happen. The swap comes out, but Venge is in trouble. The stun, the finger, the kill. Sonic Wave pushing back the Weaver, who's got his Lincolns pop the silence through on the Sniper, but he's 4-staff back. Really, you just can't get on top of these dire heroes. Again, trying to counter this attempt at Roche. They've got the Soulbind on the Sniper as well as the Queen of Pain. They've got enough damage to get the kill, and now they're looking for more. Shikuchi over. Dust coming in with this Satanic to keep the Sniper alive. They get another finger out onto the Weaver. He's just blown up every single time he comes in. 11 finger kills. 550 extra damage. We're going back in Roche. Zeus throwing down another Nimbus with the Tempest double coming in. They will try to take this Aegis as Sniper pops the Satanic once again. The blink over with the Venomous Gale. They'll get the Aegis onto the Sniper. They look for this kill onto the Zeus. Will find it now. They look for more. Venge and Grimstroke trying to run away with the Glimmer Cape being used on the Venge and running. With the finger coming in and taking Grimstroke from full to 0. Exhausting everything. And they're unable to stop this Roche attempt.
What was I doing?
Can they hold their high ground? Queen of Pain up in 6. Assassinate being used on the Tempest double to get the kill. Okay. E-Blade finger. And you're dead. Got the silence on the Sniper, who has the Aegis, so here he comes for his second life, and here we go for the high ground attempt from the Dire now with the Queen of Pain involved. Soulbind coming out, and that'll lock onto the Queen of Pain, who uses the Sonic Wave to push them back. They've also got the stun as well as the Assassinate onto the Grimstroke. Swarm comes in, E-Blade to finish off the Grimstroke. The Will-O-Wisp doing a good job of locking in the Arc Warden as well as his Tempest double. The Weaver in trouble. The Assassinate comes out, but it's not going to matter. The Scream from the Queen of Pain does the deed, gets the kill. 3 heroes dead. The buyback from the Grimstroke getting back into the fight. Still trying to take the tier 3 tower. Finally finish it off. Queen of Pain moving in. Silences up the Zeus, doing a lot of damage and getting yet another kill. The finger onto the Arc Warden. The stun hitting on a both. This could be a full team wipe. And the Stroke of Fate avoided by the blink behind the Grimstroke. Getting the kill. He just fought back, dead for 100. And everybody gone on the Radiant side.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Bottom
tower
tier 3 will die.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Getting
Radiant's top
a bit
barracks are
ballsy
under
there.
attack.
Bottom racks are gone, mid racks are gone, top still standing. At least for now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And again, the Queen Pain playing with fire. They should just finish the game. Those 3 heroes are alive again, but they've got Mega Creeps. It's not like it's out of their hands, but you're giving up your life for no good reason. The E-Blade in the finger! He's got the Ag, so he takes out the Tempest Double on top of that. Swap Sonic Wave. Queen of Pain now in trouble. With the Will-O-Wisp blocking in 3. Keeping the Queen of Pain alive. The Blink Poison Nova stun on to 2. Soulbind comes out, but it won't matter. 4 heroes dead on the Radiant. The Lion hitting so hard. Yeah, I mean, you tried. Participation medal
Is under attack.
given to that Arc Warden in the form of a Finger of Death. Okay.